So we have been covering this entire situation that's been going on with Celeste Rivas and David. In case you didn't know, there's a singer named David who had a Tesla, and his Tesla was towed in the area that he was living in California. Well, once the car was towed, it was left in the parking lot. In that parking lot, the parking lot attendant or whoever was watching the parking lot realized there was a smell coming from the parking lot. And in the trunk, or in the hood, I guess, of this Tesla, they found Celeste Rivas's body. So now there has been a bunch of speculation about who was involved, why this happened. So much has come out about the singer David and his relationship with Celeste Rivas. And now we're hearing some updates when it comes to this investigation, because it seems like the LAPD has no idea what happened with Celeste Rivas. Her body was found in multiple pieces, let's just say it that way. And so it seems like they're having trouble not only determining how she died, but how she got there. So let's check out this update from Lauren Conlin over on X. And she's been doing a great job of covering this and many other stories. So y'all make sure you go support her. She says, new, the LAPD stands by, no further crimes confirmed in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She says the LAPD told KTLA the only confirmed offense in the case of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez is the concealment of her body. Obviously, someone dismembered her and put her in the trunk, right? A statement that's now sparking question as to the critics urge prosecutors to examine her alleged relationship with 19-year-old singer David. And we're going to get into this article in a second. But first, let's do a little bit of rewind and check out this interview that Ashley did with an investigator who's going to talk more about what LAPD is finding and what Celeste's family knew before she disappeared. Check this out.
Steve, let's talk toxicology report. First, I gave a little hint there. You have the answer, though. Why is it that we think the toxicology report on Celeste might actually be coming sooner rather than later?
Well, I've been tracking the cases around deaths around the same time as hers and from the weeks before, and those that were in deferred status have been changing over to, having cause and manner. There are a few cases that still haven't, but there are several cases actually on the same day, on the 8th, September 8th, as hers, that toxicology has come back because they now list some of the other people's deaths as effects of fentanyl or whatever. So I believe her initial tox may be back, and they're still working through, cause and manner. But there's also a good chance, because of her state of decomp, that they have to send, this out for additional testing or a different type of testing to get, a result.
Wow, this is tough, man.
Just wonder if they're going to tell us about it, even if it does come in today, yesterday, or tomorrow. That's the other issue. I'm so short on time, and I got a million questions. Let's talk Build-A-Bear. That certificate that says Esmeralda. We don't know if it's Celeste's cousin Esmeralda or if it's the cousin that did the GoFundMe, but the date is pretty fascinating, and the fact that it's found inside his home. This is April in 2024, the certificate. Celeste would have been 13. And again, Esmeralda might have been, about 15 or 16. But this likely puts Celeste inside David's home, doesn't it?
Well, it puts it inside the home, and it also, there was people aware of where Celeste was, and they're obviously in contact. They planned this out, and I don't believe this is just a coincidence. I believe that this is that Esmeralda, and David was there. We know at Six Flags that day. Celeste was a missing person, and then shortly after, she shows up at graduation. And I think there's some people pushing back, saying, well, she's Esmeralda's a senior in high school. The point is that I don't think Celeste was the only person there for that graduation. I think there was adult family members there as well, and they should have notified law enforcement that Celeste is not, we've located her, and then they intervene and find out what's going on. But that didn't.
Yeah, and the family knew. We saw the video footage. The family knew where Celeste was. They reported her missing because she ran off. She ran away from home several times. And then she came back, and they didn't tell the police, oh, hey, by the way, she's not missing anymore.
Happened.
Well, we've just put she was a runaway, but was she really missing? I mean, I've lost count now of the sightings and the moments where she was together with family members. I'm going to combine these two questions for time here.
Sure.
you have heard that the family told people after Celeste went missing not to look for her. And we've noticed that that Vegas photo was deleted from the aunt's Instagram. What do you make of that?
And that's Esmeralda's mom. And yes, I was told by a source very close that on the last time she went missing, the family members were saying, don't look for her. She's staying with other family members near LA. And all of a sudden we see a lot of interaction with Esmeralda and Esmeralda's mom. So it's, these are all dots we're collecting, and, and then we'll connect them.
Which makes me wonder, what were they saying if they meant family members, that she's staying with family members? Because if she was staying with David, he was no family member. And I'll remind everybody that she was 14 when she went into that trunk, and 15 when her rotting body was taken out of that trunk.
We know.
Steve Fisher, you do such great work. Keep coming back and call us and knock on the door and break into programming anytime.
All right, so now let's hear what we're learning from KTLA and what they heard from the LAPD. They say someone hid the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Obviously, what could be the punishment? So this was just released in the last 24 hours. They said weeks after the body of missing Lake Elsinore, hopefully I said that right, teen Celeste Rivas was found stashed in the front trunk of a Tesla linked to R&B singer David. There are still many, many questions. How did Celeste die? Was it a murder? Who hid her body in the Tesla? But for all the big questions, we still don't have answers. There is one we do. LAPD says someone did conceal Celeste's body in the trunk, and regardless of the autopsy, that itself may be a crime. The LAPD tells KTLA today that this is remaining an ongoing investigation and that the news release stands on its own. In that news release dated September 29th, the LAPD states the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not determined the cause or manner of Rivas Hernandez's death. As such, it remains unclear whether there is a criminal culpability beyond the concealment of a body. And again, the medical examiner, because the extent of the way Celeste's body was concealed, was still not able to determine what her cause of death was, which is shocking. RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas and her family. We went to KTLA's legal analyst, Allison Trizzle, and Trizzle explains that what might be surprising in that concealing an accidental death is only a misdemeanor. It's a violation of California Penal Code Section 152. The maximum someone can receive in the custody for the offense is up to 1 year in county jail and a maximum of a fine of $10,000. So let's say she overdosed or something happened on accident. She slipped on the skateboard and hit her head. She bled out and she died. Someone takes her body and then places it in the car. I guess you're looking at a $10,000 fine in 1 year, possibly. That's kind of shocking. So the big question goes back to the autopsy, which has still been deferred to rule once and for all as to how Celeste died. Was it an accident or was it murder? Another surprise from Trizzle, she points out that failing to report an accidental death is not a crime in the state of California. Therefore, in order to be convicted of PC Section 152, Penal Code 152, the person must commit an overt act like moving, concealing, or hiding a body. Other facts still to be determined. Was Celeste's death an accident or not? We don't know. Who put the body in the Tesla and why? As of today, the case is ongoing. No suspects have been named, and singer David hasn't been accused of any crime. The LA County's district attorney confirms that as of November 6th, no one has been present to the office for filing consideration. So again, this is very interesting. With all the technology that's in this Tesla, it's surprising to me that they haven't been able to get more information. Why is that the case? Maybe was the Tesla not functioning at the time? Was there something going on with the car? They should be able to find out where this Tesla was found. They should know that, where it was towed from, and see if there's anything in the area. They must really have no information on what's going on here. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. Surprising stuff, and we're going to be here to cover what turns up next.